She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. Yep, I've gone crazy again, and I'm ready for some more diecast shopping. What's going on, diecast collectors? This is OBB, the diecast news guy, and welcome everybody to a brand new mega diecast haul video. I know it's been a month since I've done one of these, but guess what, guys? If you guys saw my recent posts on Instagram, my community page on my YouTube, of course, and also on my Twitter, which exploded like crazy. That one tweet I posted about this store, which is called, Severance Collectibles, my local diecast dealer that you can actually go into, and it's not an eBay store. I mean, sorry, Lester's and Rex Chevy, your guys' stores are cool, but walking into a diecast store during all this quarantine crap was so freaking fantastic. Especially I have not been to a single racetrack yet, so that was my good gateway of just getting out and doing that. But I got some new shit to show you guys. I spent about like the last time I did a mega diecast haul video, if you guys remember, I got over 30 164 diecasts, and I spent about like $178. And that was quite a lot, but most of it was car lovers diecast. But don't worry, guys, I only bought one car lovers diecast, and maybe it's a 124 or a 164. I mean, we do got a lot more variety in this episode, so that's gonna be pretty cool. But I must say, man, I was quite impressed. He also had the new releases, so shout out to Tom. He is the owner of Severance Collectibles. That is yet another Tom I know in my dictionary. God, I know so many Toms. I mean, it's just crazy, man. Like, heck, it seems like every diecast dealer I know it has the name Tom in it. I mean, my God, I got Tom from Gutswear, now Tom from Severance Collectibles. Just such a common name. Where are all the Bryans at? I mean, come on. But anyways, guys, I actually got a nice little treat for you guys at the end of this video. I mean, usually you guys will click off by the time I get once I show you guys all the stuff, but feel free to tune in after this, because I got myself about 7 minutes worth of footage of me being in the store, and I asked Tom's permission for it, because I do respect his property, and he was absolutely, he said go for it, man, go for it. I mean, he absolutely loved all my enthusiasm at that store, and it's a very nicely set up store. I will say, though, for 164 collectors, it's a store to shop for. For 124 collectors, there's some nice finds, but I recommend Jack's Racing Collectibles. That's something I would have to check out, that my good buddy Race 2011 has been saying about a lot. So maybe sometime I'll do that, and maybe we'll have a collab video with him. So that'd be awesome. I mean, what are good friends for 10 years later? But anyways, enough of me just jib-jabbing away. You're like, what kind of shit you got today, Brian? Well, behind me is this random plastic bag, which, one of the cars has already fallen out, which is a 124 scale. So maybe I'll save the 124 scale for last, because, it is a car lovers diecast, and you guys want to see some variety. So that is the only spoiler I'm going to give. So here you guys go. I mean, here is my nice, interesting receipt. Not going to show you guys the information on it, because could have my, well, I did pay with cash, but, but it does say it came down to $172, so that's awesome. And I brought 200, so heck, you can easily spend at least almost $200 at Severance Collectibles, like I always did. So here you guys go. First one up, it is a COT diecast, and we got Kevin Harvick's 2000, and I believe this is his 2007 Pennzoil Platinum Chevrolet Impala SS for Rich Childress Racing. Beautiful looking Pennzoil scheme, guys. This is one that, Tom actually had quite a lot of these. I was kind of surprised. He also had the primary shell car from 07 or 09, I believe. You guys will see the cars I will show you at the end of this video, because of the little surprise I got for you guys of me being in the store. So that's gonna be 7 worths famous right there. But $6 for this diecast, and even the 2007 diecast, man, they had some creative packaging. This is when I believe this went Pit Spot, and actually this, yeah, this is a Pit Spot diecast because the sticker's over it. Paid $6 for this, so for a 2007 COT, I say it's quite worth it. But love the scheme a lot, guys, really do. I mean, it brings back a lot of good memories. I know Joe Logano ran a platinum car, I think, like a few years ago, maybe in 14 or 15, but it's nowhere near as close as this. I mean, first of all, that car, the original platinum car should have chrome and silver, not that blue crap that they had. But whatever, though. I mean, I am a Logano hater, so that kind of explains it. I mean, look who the driver I have. Look at the driver hat who I have on. So, but loving that diecast. That is a beautiful car. So that is $6 right now that we got added to the OBB total list. Next up, I got many of these cars from this year. I mean, fun fact for any of you guys don't know, 2011 is my favorite diecast to collect. I mean, I just love the quality, and I love majority of the paint schemes. I mean, as you guys know, 2010 was when I got back to collecting diecast. I didn't mind the COTs, but I love the new mold from 2011, which ironically, that was Lionel's first year, so Lionel made some good diecast back then. But this one right here, I know my good buddy, Ganassi fan, you guys know also know him as Derek Lewis, but we call him Lewis for short. He's got to absolutely love this car because he's a big fan of this driver, like how I am with Carl Everts, he is with this guy. Jay McMurray, guys, we got his 2011 Bass Pro Shops Tracker Boat Chevrolet Impala for Earnhardt, Ganassi, Felix, Earnhardt, Chip Ganassi, Felix Sabatas Racing. Boy, that was quite a mouthful when they had those three owners come together. Of course, you know, Teresa Earnhardt turned to a BITCH after that. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm going to say bitch. She is a bitch. But love the Dayglow orange, man. I mean, when I reviewed Martin Truex Jr.'s Bass Pro car from this year, it immediately made me remind me of this car, guys. I mean, of course, you know, he won in this paint scheme in 2010, but this is with the 2011 mold with the spoiler, which I love that a lot. I mean, probably going to be one of the first diecasting review, especially with my good buddy, because he's a big Ganassi and McMurray fan, so I'm loving that one. Oh, yeah, and the price for that was $6 as well. So a lot of $6 diecasts we got. Next up, this is one of the newest releases, and it's actually a Chase Elliott car. And no, it's not the Hooters car, but I did manage to find a Hooters car, but we'll see when we pull that out. But this is the car that won at the second Charlotte's race, guys. It's Chase Elliott's 2020 Kelly Blue Book Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 1LE 400 Motorsports. I was not really a big fan of this paint scheme when they had it on the diecast render, but just like the Brad Keselowski Pertec car, once I saw it in person, I'm like, oh, Christ, I gotta have that, because believe it or not, guys, I mean, yeah, the Hooters diecast, and I could not find the Hooters diecast or the Mountain Dew Zero Sugar car. Apparently, though, that car is getting really hard to find, so I probably should have got it when I had the chance, but whatever, though, you guys could probably help me out on that, because I really want to review that Mountain Dew Zero Sugar car, because it's just probably my favorite Chase Elliott scheme, but this one right here is probably a good second or third. I mean, I am loving the Night Owl car as well, but that car was unfortunately sold out at 07. But they had a few of these left in stock, which is awesome. Loving the gold, guys. And I believe we do have the sparkles on this, but it's on the number, and it looks good. Looks really good. Don't see that much decal quality on this, but I'm loving the gold. The gold is really nice, and plus, you know, we are going to get a race win version of this car as well. I don't know for the 164s yet, but that'd be pretty cool. And this is probably the most boring car I got in this set of diecast. I did got 20 164s, guys, just to let you know. But this one right here, I just had to get it because, you know, he is my second favorite driver to root for. You guys know who it is. This is Ryan Blaney's 2014 Discount Tire Ford Mustang from the NASCAR Nationwide Series, actually. So, yeah, this was the last year we had the Nationwide sponsorship, and then 15 they went to Xfinity. But, you know, the basic discount tire scheme that, you know, the 22 car driven for a while, but kind of has stopped now. I mean, they have decreased in sponsorship now with Austin Cindric, because you guys know Discount Tires now one of the main sponsors for Keselowski since, what, like 2018 in the Cup Series. But really cool. I do like the custom box, though. That's cool that they added the sponsor. I mean, that was one of the last few times we ever had that besides Dale Jr. So that's pretty cool that Discount Tire did that. I wish they did more of that, and it's really makes this car stand out, even though it's practically the same scheme that, you know, all those Penske drivers have been driving for a while. But had to add that to the collection, guys, and I saw that, and I almost missed it, but I was like, hey, that's a Ryan Blaney car. I gotta get it, because I saw the name on the name rail. But yeah, that car was $749, and the Chase Elliott Kelly Blue Book car was $8. So nothing too bad. Next up, this is another 2011 diecast I got, and this one I had a decision, all right, because they made a diecast of this for 2 Roush drivers, but this one I had to get because I haven't reviewed this guy yet. It's the Biffle, guys. Greg Biffle in his Valvoline Next Gen Ford Fusion for Roush Fenway Racing. They had, what, like 3 or 2 of these left, and then they had 1 of the Matt Kenseth left. But you know what, guys? As much as I like the Matt Kenseth car, by the way, they also had the Best Buy 2012 car as well, and that car is super rare to find. I'll probably get that next time. But this car, they had a few left. And I'm like, you know what? I'm a mechanic. I love the Valvoline cars. And this one was cool with the bright green car. I mean, it kind of reminds me of the Castrol cars that they drove now. Which, by the way, that car was also not available. I wanted to get Ryan Newman's Castrol car, but that wasn't there either. So, I mean, looks like someone beating me on that. But, oh, well, I guess I'll do the online shopping after this, because I spent a lot of money, $172, which, you know, quite worth it, man. I mean, you got to keep these local diecast dealers in business, because without them, I don't know what we do. I mean, I don't mind online shopping, but there's no better experience than to go to an actual diecast store and look at frickin' diecast. Next up, my good friend Derek Luska. I love this because we have a little inside joke with the sponsorship. But as you guys know, I did not get the Chase Elliott Night Owl car from this year by the sponsor, but I did manage to find another car, which I'm gonna have a good time reviewing because there's a nice image on this car. It is Chase Elliott's 2018 Hooters pageant car. Yeah, as you can tell, there's a nice looking lady right there on the corner panel. So that's going to be an interesting diecast debut to review with my good buddy Lewis, which I'm sure he's laughing his ass off right now. But I saw that and there was one left in stock. I'm like, this car's starting to dry up a little bit, so I might as well get it. Plus, it's going to be probably one of the most entertaining reviews I'm going to put out for you guys. Because there's a tradition that me and my friend Derek Lewis do. And we had to review every single of the Hooters cars. I'll even probably get him to join in our rant review, guys, for the Hooters car from 2018. If you guys want me to, because my God, this sponsorship is something else, man. Gotta love it. But for all seriousness, guys, nice looking diecast, and definitely, I mean, it doesn't really make up for the Night Owl car, but you know, it'll be something to fill in for now until I get that. But really cool GMS car. I really like that a lot. I think that's the one that he drove at the May Charlotte race, and that one was also $8. So same price as the 2020. This one is actually really cool. I know my good buddy Robbie Noonan, he picked up some of these diecasts from this year. But this one right here, I definitely remember, and you guys might remember this scheme because, you know, William Byron had a car like this too. But this guy right here, man, the guy who was just on the last two episodes of the NASCAR Weekly podcast, it's Mark Martin, guys. His 2010 HenrickCars.com Chevrolet Impala for Hendrick Motorsports. My God, this car is just vibrant, man. I mean, it definitely, I mean, I know William Byron, you know, drove a car like this at Watkins Glen last year. But there's nowhere near as good looking as that car is. The Hendrick Auto Guard car is to this. I mean, this is beautiful, man. The blue, the black, and the Dayglow yellow. Yeah, I think it even has a Dayglow splitter as well, if you see right there. But that is cool. And see the packaging, guys, I don't even mind the packaging too, because you got all the iconic Hendrick numbers. You know, I mean, my God, guys. I mean, I do miss the 5 a little bit, but whatever, though. I mean, the 9 is definitely something that you can't miss out. But my God, guys, Mark Martin had a lot of cool looking paint schemes. They also had his honoring our troops car as well, the one with the American flags on it. I wish I could find Jeff Gordon's honoring our troops car because that car is beautiful with the flames and all that. I think NRF made a video about that car as well, so pretty damn awesome looking diecast. But that right there is pretty cool. Again, $6. You can't beat that. Next up, this is yet another Hendrick car that I believe it's actually a pretty rare find, if I'm not mistaken. But I do remember playing this car on NASCAR 06. It is Terry Labonte's 2005 Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevrolet Monte Carlo. Yeah, guys, remember this? Terry Labonte, who drove the part-time number 44 car. This is before, you know, NASCAR said, hey, you can't have more than 5 team members, even though Hendrick and Roush did it like so many times. But I remember this car. I also remember when he drove the Pizza Hut car too, and that was a cool car. But this right here, of course, is representing one of his championship cars, which is awesome. The iconic Kellogg's Cornflake scheme. The one that he won at Bristol, that Dale Earnhardt, you know, wrecked him, which was pretty iconic. I mean, heck, you gotta love that was a good race, and probably one of the only times we saw a wrecked car in victory lane, which is pretty damn funny. I mean, I feel sorry for all the guys that had to push that car, but my God, that's going to bring back a lot of good memories. But yeah, I remember this car playing in NASCAR 06 Total Team Patrol, man. I remember that, and just, God, that was such a cool looking car, along with all the other Hendrick cars from 06, man. I mean, God, what a beautiful diecast. And I only paid $5 for this. So for a car that was from 06, an XL Cup car, you can't beat that. All right, next up, we got ourselves another rare 2011 diecast. I did a review on this car, but it was with another driver that's controversial. But this one sort of is, kind of. This is before the whole accident that happened at Daytona. We got to talk about Juan Pablo Montoya's 2011 Clorox Chevrolet Impala for Earnhardt Chip Ganassi Racing with Felix Sabates. My God, this was the last. I saw this car last time at 06 Collectibles. I'm like, Brian, you got to get this. You got to get this. And I had a weird feeling that someone was going to take it. But no, it was still there. It was still there, which was surprising because this is probably one of the rarest Juan Montoya cars they can get for his Cup car. I mean, they only made the Clorox car, like 2 other times, and that was with Kyle Larson. But this is the only time they did with Montoya, guys. And I love the scheme a lot. And the red colored side skirts. I mean, that was a cool feature that they had on a lot of the diecasts, which, you know, I do have more 2011 diecasts to show you guys. I love the 2011 diecast, and I gotta thank my good buddy Diecast Buffet for getting me back into the 2011 cars because I didn't realize how freaking awesome they were. As I almost dropped F-bomb. I'm sorry. I'm just excited about diecast, man. I mean, look at this. Look at this thing. I mean, regardless if you hate the driver or like him, I mean, I have iffy opinions about Montoya, but that paint scheme, man, woo, it is beautiful. And for $6, of course I'm going to take it. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any Red Bull diecast. I mean, that I think I would drop a load in the store or something like that. Next up, this is another one of the. I did manage to get 3 of the new releases. One of them I already showed you. This is the second one right here. This is Kurt Busch's 2020 Gear Wrench Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 1LE for Chip Ganassi Racing. So you guys know this car does not have the Monster Energy logos. But again, the renders didn't really impress me. But after seeing it in diecast form, I'm like, I like this scheme a lot. And me being a mechanic, and I do like this brand, Gear Wrench. You know, OBB recommends Gear Wrench if you work on your cars. Yeah, I really like this car a lot, guys. With the matte finish they got, that's pretty cool. Of course, the Monster Energy logos will look better with that on, but I don't know. Maybe I could do some bad custom making for you guys, but I don't know. Leave that to Little Wrangler or Diecast Buffet for that. Shout out to those two mofos as well. I'm sure they're watching this video. All right, next up. Oh man, not the best time to talk about this guy, but would you believe I end up finding one of the rarest cars for this driver, guys? And I know my good buddy, Blue Jimmy, Brandon, if you're watching this, you're probably going to shit yourself, man, because this is one of the rarest Jimmy Johnson cars that is out in the market. And I managed to find 3 of these left. Well, 2 now, because this one asshole took one. This is Jimmy Johnson's 2011 All-Star car. You guys remember that when Jimmy Johnson drove the number 5 car? In the Cup Series. Not the Busch Series or the Nationwide Series, the Cup Series. He did this because of the promotion where, you know, it was like a Lowe's promotion where you get 5% off, I guess, if you apply for their credit card. It was a random freaking number change, but it was pretty cool. And it is rare. I mean, I have not seen this car out in a long time. I might have saw it last time, but I was like, along with the Montoya Clorox car, I was like, it's going to be gone the next time I see it. But no, they still had some left, but so fortunate I have this, man. This is going to be an awesome review to do. But yeah, shout out to all the Jimmy Johnson fans who are watching this. I mean, whew, I can't believe I found this, man. So I hope you guys are going to enjoy that. And that was also $6 as well. Next up, this is actually a 2012 diecast, but they're practically the same like the 2011 cars. So any 2011 or 2012 diecast, guys, I mean, I freaking love those cars. I mean, if you guys could send me some, that'd be cool. But, you know, I can always buy some for O-Series Collectibles, but I love these cars a lot. And this one right here, you guys know I'm a big fan of this sponsor. If you guys saw my Mark Martin review of this car, this is Ryan Newman's 2012 U.S. Army Chevrolet Impala for Stuart Haas Racing. The matte finish on this car and the colored and the yellow Army side skirts and roof rails and spoiler and splitter. I mean, God, just look at that, man. That is beautiful, man. I was going to get this car when Spin Master released it, but I didn't like the bulky style that they had back then with the COTs. But man, Lionel killed it again in 2012, man. I mean, heck, the first 3 years with Lionel were amazing. All right, next up, this is actually a Motorsports Authentics diecast from 2010, and ironically, I picked up the other half of this car. If you guys saw, I did pick up the Dave Reagan UPS car. Well, I got his UPS Fright car. Fright, whatever the fuck you call it, from 2010. That is another cool looking scheme. And again, that was $6, man. Absolutely just beautiful. The chrome and the silver, and then you got that same sparkle metallic finish, and then that nice brown tannish number. Beautiful diecast, guys. And that's the only time they made the UPS Fright car. That's awesome. All right, we got a few more left as my voice is starting to get shot up. The next one is another car that I saw last time, and this is the last one they had in stock. And they had 3 of these last time, so I'm glad I got this. And when I even told Rob that they had this car, Rob was pretty jealous because he was a big fan of this guy. This is Elliott Sandler's 2006 City Financial Ford Fusion for Robert Yates Racing. Wow! Does this car scream nostalgia, man? I remember seeing this car on TV. I mean, I did win to the 2008 Kentucky Nationwide race where I saw Logano win his first race. I always got to see Logano win, for Christ's sake. But it was pretty cool at the time because we barely knew who he was. But the year before that, guys, I remember a guy named Stephen Light, I believe, he drove this car and won at the Kentucky 2007 race. So I mean, even though, say what you want about, you know, both those guys, but my God, guys, that is pretty cool. I mean, that's a pretty rare car. I mean, I mean, feel free to comment below if you guys remember this car as well, but I love the finish that they got right there. I mean, the blue and the dark red, it's very reflective, guys. I mean, look at that red, man. That is very reflective. That's not the packaging, guys. That is the paint on this diecast. And the rubber tires, this is probably the best quality diecast I got out of all these cars. I mean, we need to go back to these diecasts, man, with the rubber tires and these very glossy schemes and the plastic slash, I don't know. I mean, it looks plastic, but it feels like metal. And plus, clamshell packaging. Look how resealable it is. You can't do that with NASCAR Authentics cars. That is awesome. And I only paid $5 for it. That's a flat-out steal. I robbed Tom. All right, next up, this is it. Another card that I'm so surprised that they still had it, because majority of these cars I went to go see last month. I went too overboard with Carlers, so I guess I didn't even bother getting the others. I mean, I probably would have forked out another $100 from all the other diecasts I got. But do you guys remember this car? Because I think this car is starting to dry up too. This is the last one they had in stock. Jeff Gordon's 2008 Pepsi Stuff car. I believe this is the car that he ran at the Talladega Aaron's 499 race, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I actually remember this car. I mean, it took me a while. At first, when I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's his Pepsi primary car from '08. But I remember that, the flames were like purplish or so. So I was like, oh, this one's different. It's a Pepsi Stuff car. But that is cool. Love the packaging. I mean, look at that, man. That is just beautiful. I mean, the COT diecasts are something that I hated at first. But looking back at it, guys, probably some of the best quality diecasts that we got. And I mean, heck, don't take my word for it. Take, Race Day 2011 and Diecast of Bay's opinions on it too, because we all can agree one thing. There's a reason why all three of us get along, and we're known as the big three diecast reviewers on YouTube. COT diecasts are the way to go. But I prefer the 2011 and 2012 diecast, but everyone has their own cup of tea. All right, we got a few more left. I think we got I believe, if I can count right, 5 164s left. Next up, this is a card that I did not manage to get last year, but knowing me, I went strictly NASCAR Authentics last year. This year, I'm mixing up, but I decided to finally get this car. This is Brad Keselowski's 2019 Miller. Miller Don's throwback car. I believe this is supposed to represent his 1996 scheme. Believe it or not, they actually had the original version of this car as well. I think it was like an old Action Racing Collectibles car or a Racing Champions car. I was like, ooh, that'd be a great diecast to compare. But no, I only got this car, but probably the last Miller Don's throwback car that we're ever going to get. So I had to get it, and it was the last one too. So I'm getting lucky with all these cars having the last one in stock. It's like it had my name on it. I mean, heck, just look for the logo. But, my God. That is a beautiful looking paint scheme, guys. Looking forward to review that. Maybe I'll get my buddy Race 2011 to go on that with a review because, he's a big Rusty guy. Next up, this is another recent release that, of course, me being a Blaney fan, I mean, as you can tell right behind me, apologize for the reflectiveness. I'm a Blaney fan. So, I had to get his Body Armor 2020 diecast. I was so disappointed that they didn't make last year's diecast, and you guys know me. Body Armor is my favorite drink. I mean, I'm not paid in any way, shape, or form by Body Armor, but I gotta admit, their flavors are really cool. The only one I haven't tried is watermelon, but I'm gonna go on the limb here and say, I'm not a big fan of watermelon, alright? Not a big fan of watermelon. Even watermelon gum or watermelon Jolly Ranchers, I just don't like it. I mean, call me weird. Call me weird, guys, but yeah, that's the only one I have not tried, but I think Strawberry Banana is probably my favorite, and then Fruit Punch is second, or Blueberry Pomegranate, but I don't know. I'll talk more about that when I get to the diecast review. I'll probably even do a classic diecast review where we had, you guys remember the diecast reviews when they had, a drink-sponsored car and then they had the drink in the background? Maybe I'll do that to give you guys a little throwback vibe. That'd be a cool idea probably for throwback weekend. But I'm definitely going to review this car ASAP because, you know me, I do love me some Ryan Blaney diecast, but man, the Ryan Blaney diecasts have been amazing this year. I mean, the third one in a row, and that was probably like the third one they had in stock. I mean, those were selling too. Next up, this is another car that goes well with the Jimmy Johnson All-Star car. Another rare find. It was the last one I saw. Mark Martin's 2011 Farmers Insurance Chevrolet Impala for 100 Motorsports. Holy crap, man. This car is even more rarer than the Jimmy Johnson car. I mean, holy crap. The one and only time we saw Mark Martin drive the number 25 car. And, I know we had Brad Keselowski. He drove that car in 2010-ish or 2011. But yeah, Mark Martin drove it at the All-Star race, guys. I believe this is a throwback, if I'm not mistaken, to an old Hendrick car. But yeah, that is cool, man. Again, I love the colored side skirts and the splitter. And the quarter panel is also colored in white. That's a cool feature I love, guys. I mean, my God, the 2011 and 2012 diecast, my favorite. I mean, I'm going to say that once, second, or even 3 times, guys. I love 2011 and 2012 diecasts. I mean, that might be a meme now, but whatever. All right, I got two more to show you guys, and then I'll show you some other stuff because I did got other stuff besides the diecast. Next up, we got ourselves a Kyle Busch diecast, guys. Ironically, this is his 2000 and I believe this is his 2009 Snickers Toyota Camry for Joe Gibbs Racing. This one was actually a really cool car that I picked up. I mean, look at that, guys. I didn't really like this scheme at first with the Snickers and the flames and all that. I was like, this scheme looks kind of ugly, but I love the template design with the metal and all that. That's pretty cool, and the box is pretty cool. Plus, you guys know Snickers is my favorite candy bar, so that is freaking awesome. And that was only $650, guys, for a 2009 diecast, which is pretty cool. Now, this one, I was really surprised. Really surprised. I had to look all the way at the old NASCAR diecast selection to look at this. I believe this car was a promo, but I remember this car. And this guy, man, he is quite funny. But I can't believe I found this, guys. Me being a big mechanic fan, I love my mechanic sponsors. This one, I could not believe I found this. I mean, tell me if you guys think if this car is rare, but I think it's rare because I have not seen this in the day of light. This is Kenny Wallace's 2006 AutoZone Ford Fusion. Remember when Kenny Wallace drove the AutoZone car? I mean, right after Kevin Harvick won in the AutoZone car. I mean, remember when Kevin Harvick drove the number 21 AutoZone car? Well, Kenny Wallace did it too, guys. I mean, that is a cool looking paint scheme, guys. I mean, it was kind of cool that, Joey Logano brought back the AutoZone sponsorship in the 22, but when I think of AutoZone sponsorship in the 22, I think of this. And this one right here was cool, but look how much I got for it. $3, dude, $3. That is freaking cool. I mean, I believe this is a promo because look at this, guys. I mean, it looks like the promo packaging they used to have back then. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? This probably was at an AutoZone for all I know back in the day. But, oh my God, guys, that is so amazing. I love this car. Look at that, guys. How it incorporates the AutoZone logo. That is so cool, man. I love that. But that wraps up on the 1/64s, guys. And now I'm going to show you guys the 1/24 scale I got. And then I'll show you guys some other miscellaneous stuff I got. Because I did got more than diecast. But the 1/24 scale car, I only picked up one. And it's one that I saw and I was looking at it. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And I saw the price. $20 for this thing. $20 for the amount of detail I got on this car. It's Carl Edwards' 2005 Stonebridge Life car that he won and drove in at Pocono. This is his second Cup win car, guys. I have his first win at Atlanta with the Scott's car. I mean, this one isn't really a raced version, but it's a commemorative win. And for $20 with this Team Caliber Elite diecast, I mean, I love this car a lot, guys. I mean, look at this. For $20, it is pretty much in pretty damn good condition. I mean, look at that, man. I do have the 1/64 scale version of this car, but I'll probably do a comparison of both this car and the 1/64 scale, which was supplied to me by my good buddy Robbie Noonan. But man, just look at the detail, man. I mean, look at that. Metal grills. Look at that. Opening hood. Fuel cell detail. It's not red, but that's still pretty cool. Look at that. Even the windows are detailed. Look at that, man. That's just beautiful. The tires and the rotors. Look at this, guys. Metal chassis. Turnable wheels. And look at that. Individual parts. Holy crap, man. Look how cool these diecasts are. For $20. $20 freaking dollars, man. If I got two of these, I would still have better detail than the crap we have now with the 1/24s. Even though I did bought one at the Motorsports show. I mean, yeah, the Ryan Blaney pencil wheel scheme was cool, but I really wish we had diecast quality like this. Because, guys, this is what I grew up with. It is pathetic to see Lionel put out those 1/24 scale diecasts. I mean, I'm still salty that they have plastic chassis, but people have gotten over it now. I'm still pretty salty. I mean, that's why I rarely collect that much 1/24s. I mean, some of these cars right here, yeah, I collected a lot of the 2017 cars because that was the last year they had the metal chassis, and then they cheaped out on us for 2018. I said, fuck you guys. But for real though, guys, I mean, when we would go back to this kind of detail, I don't know, but for $20 for a mint diecast, I mean, if this car was even autographed, I think I would have had a stroke. I would have had a stroke. Because, oh my God, if this was autographed, man, that would have made my day. But it wasn't, but still, though, that is pretty cool. This is the car that he won at Pocono with. That is awesome. And now for some miscellaneous stuff, guys. I did got some other stuff. I got some art for $4. I got some Martin Truex Jr. Championship decals. Surprised I don't have this, but I am a Truex fan. I'm like, you know what? I already got a signed patch No 8500 champion sticker on my car, so might as well show off Truex being a champion. So, yeah, I know my good buddy AJ, who's a big Kyle Busch fan, he's not going to like seeing this. Me and him have a nice little rivalry on Twitter, so. But it's all for, fun and games, so give that guy a follow today, guys. And this one right here is actually pretty cool. For any of you guys who don't know, I've actually been watching a lot of NFL lately, thanks to my good buddy, Derek Lewis. I mentioned that fucker's name a lot because he's been a good help for me getting by through this terrible year. But I got some Buffalo Bills license plate, guys, for $6. So I'll be rocking some Bills merch on my car, along with some racing merch. But yeah, I am a Buffalo Bills fan. So, hate me what you want or judge me. But heck, that's the team I go for, and go Josh Allen. But yeah, other than that, guys, I mean, that pretty much wraps up what I got in this Mega Diecast Haul video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. As this has been OBB, the Diecast News Guy, but don't click away yet. I repeat, do not click away. What you're about to witness is what I just went into. Ladies and gentlemen, for the next 7 minutes, please enjoy, this very interesting segue of what I experienced at 07 Race Collectibles. I mean, I didn't show off the whole store, but this is basically what the 164s and 124s he has to offer. And if any of you guys are in the Endicott and Endwell area in New York, visit this guy today. He also has a website as well, but feel free to enjoy the following program and like and comment and subscribe today. And this has been OBB, the Diecast News Guy, and I welcome you guys to 07 Racing Collectibles.